Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. And as always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Want to give an update on the Shanquella Robinson murder. For those of you who don't know, man, shoot, it's been all over the news, man, international. So if you don't know, I don't see how. But if you know, the young sister went to Cabo with some of her little old grimy, crusty, rusty, dusty friends. They went to go celebrate somebody's birthday, and they get there within 24 hours, this young lady has been deleted. Lies were put out by these crusty dusties, these monsters, telling the police, telling the hotel workers, and then all the way to Sister Robinson's parents that the young lady died of alcohol poisoning, drank too much alcohol. And as time went on, figured out it was a lie. But came across this article from the Charlotte Observer. This was updated on the 22nd, which is Tuesday today. And it has the police report from down there in Mexico. So let's get into this, man, because I originally wanted to do a video, a different video. It was going to be short, not too sweet, to kind of cap off this whole thing. But then I came across this article and I said, nah, I'm going to go ahead and put this in there too, because this story is going to be out for a minute. This is going to be out for a minute. So let's get into it. It says, doctor tried to revive Shanquella Robinson before her death. Police report excerpt shows. It's information from a police report says Shanquella Robinson was alive when medical help first arrived at the vacation home where she was staying with a group of people last month in Cabo, Mexico. The report differs from details previously reported from 25-year-old's death certificate that she died within 15 minutes of being injured. Instead, a police report excerpt shows a doctor from a local hospital was with Robinson and others in the house for close to 3 hours before she was pronounced dead. And that kind of makes more sense to me, because saying that this happened and then they call the police, or they called 911, police got there and they pronounced dead within 15 minutes. That really didn't sit right with me. I mean, it just doesn't logically make sense, especially when you hear that supposedly they called, these monsters called Sister Robinson's parents and said that she was, kind of out, drinking too much. She gonna sleep it off, and the mother was like, okay, well, just call me, keep me updated, whatever. And then a while later, they call saying paramedics are here, trying to revive her. 15 minutes, that's a lot to happen in 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I didn't really understand it at first. Listen, the Charlotte Observer obtained excerpts from a police report earlier this week that had not yet been publicly released. The information was provided to the Observer by Gerardo Zuniga, an investigative reporter who works in Los Cabos for Metropolix, something like that. And details were first reported by Metropa MX on Monday. I think it's like a play on words like Metropolix and medications and stuff like that. So could be, I don't know. They say Robinson is a Charlotte native who traveled to Cabo on October 28th. She died a day later. They say notably the police information reported by and provided does not mention obvious signs of Robinson's physical injuries, which family members have said existed on her body. Grave injuries to her back and neck were determined to be the cause of death after an autopsy by officials in Mexico. Since her death, the FBI and Mexican police authorities have launched investigations into how she died. The lack of conclusive evidence and conflicting explanations had led to her story going viral, invoking global outcry, with countless people closely following Robinson's death. And yeah, this is going to go on, like I say, for a long time until they catch these people and put them in jail. This story should be front page news until then. So I'm gonna scroll down here, get to the police report. It said the information from the police report shows that at 2:13 p.m. on October 29th, medical help was summoned to Villa Linda 32, a property run by company Cabo Villas, located in San Jose del Cabo. Around an hour later, Dr. Carolina Beatriz Ornelas Gutierrez of the American Medical Center, a local hospital, arrived to treat Robinson. So what it said, at 2:13, medical help was summoned, but not 911. Interesting. House calls to vacation rentals for routine non-emergency medical services are common in tourist hubs in Mexico. So basically they call the front desk and said, hey, can you get a doctor or somebody come here and look at my friend? She's passed out, drunk, and we don't know what's wrong with her. It's basically what happened. Then an hour later, here comes a doctor. It said the observer confirmed with the American Medical Center on Monday that Gutierrez is employed there. The hospital did not respond to requests for the medical and autopsy reports. It's unclear in the police report excerpt who called for medical help, but the reporting person is listed as Winter Donovan of Greensboro. They say Donovan is one of 6 people identified by family, friends, and media sources as a person Robinson was traveling with. And also that's the person they say in this second video, the second attack video, is the one who picked up Sister Robinson by her neck and slammed her to the ground, and they said she stopped moving at that point. Donovan could not be reached to comment, and her phone number listed on police report excerpt has been disconnected. I bet it has. The police report excerpt is in Spanish. According to a Charlotte Observer staff translation of the document, Dr. Gutierrez says she was told Robinson had drunk a lot of alcohol, and the medical call was for Robinson to be given an IV. So again, like I said, they lied from the jump. So it wasn't just the mom they told everybody that this young lady was dying of alcohol poisoning. It said the police record indicates Gutierrez found a female, understood in the report to be Robinson, with stable vital signs, but dehydrated, unable to communicate verbally, and appearing to be inebriated. Yeah, that's pretty much happened when you're about to die and your back is broke, your neck is broke. Yeah, you may feel, I don't know. The doctor reported that she believed Robinson needed to be transferred to a hospital, but her friends, and I'm tired of them using that doggone word friends, but her enemies insisted that she be treated in the Villa. Dr. Gutierrez attempted an IV, but was unsuccessful, according to the report excerpt. Because if you would have called 911 immediately, they're saying you took this girl, and they were scared, and you took this young lady to the hospital. They came and tried to pick her up. One, they could have revived. You know, just think about this. They could have saved this young lady's life if they just wasn't so stupid. Wasn't so stupid. Because you're going to get caught regardless. Because your dumb ass homeboy recorded everything. But we'll get into that in a minute. It was unclear what medication was in the IV. The information from police says the doctor was there for close to an hour when Robinson began to have seizures. The convulsions from the seizures lasted less than a minute, according to the report. At this point, the patient's friend named Winter, At this point, the patient's enemy, monster named Winter Donovan, called 911 to request an ambulance. According to the Observer's Spanish to English translation of the report, this was around about 4:20. So an hour after this girl is laid unconscious, then you call 911 because you got no choice, right? In the meantime, the patient presented with difficulty breathing and a lowered pulse, and they gave her rescue breaths. The doctor, along with the friend, began administering CPR. at 4:49 when Gutierrez Detective Robinson had stopped having a pulse. So again, this poor young lady laid there for an hour. Can you imagine? So no, it wasn't a choke slam that just killed her instantly. That's watching too many movies. They beat this girl to death and had let her lay there for an hour. Can you imagine the pain that this young, I as a parent could not imagine reading this, thinking that my child laid there that long and nobody did a damn thing about it. Police arrived and talked with the doctor who was treating Robinson at 5:25 p.m. It's not clear from the information in the police report exactly what time an ambulance arrived from the 911 call. The report information indicates paramedics administered a total of 14 rounds of CPR, 5 doses of adrenaline, and 6 discharges, AED shocks, without success. Unable to revive Robinson, Gutierrez declared her dead at 5:57, according to the report. The police report information lists deceased person, cardiopulmonary arrest as the reason police were called. How did she die? Salamandra Robinson, Shanquella's mother, told news outlet that each friend from the trip had a different story, and they initially told her that her daughter had alcohol poisoning. Official autopsy reports list the cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which I don't know what that means. I forgot. But I think I meant like broken, like her neck couldn't move her neck. You know, they just severed her damn spine. Mexican authorities are investigating Robinson's death as a possible femicide. The state attorney general's office of Baja California Sur announced in a statement Thursday, according to ABC News. Femicide is the gender-based murder of a woman or girl by a man, according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary. So I be damned. You mean to tell me? But when you watch the video, and I didn't want to watch the video, but I kind of slipped up on me. It kind of slipped up on me because I was watching the brother, shout out to Anton Daniels, was doing his critique of it, and I looked down and I saw, when I clicked on that look, and the video was playing. You see this monster pick this girl up, and I mean picked her up like a rag doll and throw her across the room. And I'm looking like, damn, this girl is strong. Like, you cannot be that doggone angry to be able to pick up a woman off the ground, pick her up off the ground and slam her. But now, reading what this femicide means, it makes sense, because people were saying that she got beat up, she got killed by a transgender person. So I don't know if it was a dark chick, the chocolate chick, or it was a red chick that they thinking deleted this young girl. Well, can't say chick, because they say she was deleted by a man. Man, look at her. The FBI investigating Robinson's death amid conflicting reports. The agency confirmed in a statement last Friday to Charlotte Observer and other outlets. They said videos gone viral. You see the dude. Oh, so let's get to this part. I'll put this in the link, man. They said by Monday morning they raised $354,000, including $50,000. They said one report said $65,000. This report says $50,000. Donation from brother Kyrie Irvin. Shout out to Kyrie. But here's what I wanted to say. Originally wanted to say about this video, about this whole situation. In that report, like in the video, if you watch, you can hear the dude that's recording saying, dang, Quella, are you even going to fight? And a lot of people think that it's Shanquella saying no. But when you look at when you actually pay attention to the details, kind of try to separate everything. Do some critical thinking, and pay attention to the details of the video of everything that's going on that you see and that you hear. It was not Shanquella who said no, because whoever said no was actually started talking, like said something else after they said no. So it's quite possible that somebody said no because blah 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 blah, you know, and said something and said a whole statement. But it was not Sister Robinson. She was not the one that said no, because hell, she was out of it. She was gone. Because I mean, like I said, you look at it, the timing wasn't right, and the energy behind the words were not right. So she didn't say no. That girl was out, standing up, what you call like a standing 8 count. That Sister Shanquella was gone at that point, pretty much. Like I say, gone at that point. So that's one little thing that I noticed. But when I sit here and think about this story, I say, man, look, it's Tuesday, and there still hasn't been any arrest. Supposedly nobody still does not know. No one knows where these monsters are at. You can't find them. And now that I read that it's quite possibly that one of the people that actually beat her, because when you hear them hits, I mean, she's hitting this girl, and I mean, this monster's hitting this young girl, and I mean, you can hear each pop when they hit her, as if a man was hitting her. At this point, it's been nearly a month, and nobody know nothing about anything. You can't find anything. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. By now, or once I heard all this stuff, and in this town, you know your friends, this is why I need to know your kids' friends, no matter how old they are. You know their friends, you know their family, know who they hanging with, because you never know where they're gonna go or what's going. You never know when something might happen. And if something go down, you want to be able to come to the rescue as soon as possible, right? So with that being said, by now, and like I said, it's been a month. I'm sorry. When this first went down, them little bastards came to my house and told me them lies. It would have just been me and my KSG. And that's it. Somebody is gonna go down. Somebody got to go. Somebody. Somebody either gonna tell it, or you're gonna have to go. They say they can't find these people. That's bullcorn. Because we're gonna flush you out. I'm gonna flush you out. You are gonna be, and like I say, now we find out that it's probably most likely a dude that did this to my daughter. Oh yes, I'm flushing out your whole family. Your best bet is to turn yourself in somewhere, preferably in Mexico, where this happened, so we can get this trial and court proceedings going on. Now you can, because you turn yourself into the U.S., then you gotta get your lawyer here, then you gotta hear these hearings. Well, in the U.S. and in Mexico, they gotta talk and get things squared away to get you extradited back to Mexico. That could take time. That could take days, weeks, months. No, your best bet, really, I prefer you come turn yourself into me. But your best thing for all of us is just go ahead and go to Mexico so we can speed this up. And true, I'm gonna need you up out the country, up out my vicinity. But like I say, by now, one of y'all, and they said one of these people is from Connecticut, so they know who her peoples are. And with Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, I guarantee you somebody can find your family. Somebody would have been flushed out by now. Like I said, it's just been me and my KSG. That's it. Also, the fight, the film itself. The issue with that is, with the video footage is, the camera never catches everything, right? I mean, from it only because people don't start filming until action starts. So it's like, let's say example that's got nothing to do with this. The teacher down here in Texas that told a black kid that he feel that he's racist and feel like his race is superior, but everybody should think that. Everybody was in an uproar about that. I might do a video about that but really don't want to, but I might, because it's some teaching lessons in that for everybody, young and old. But thing is, we don't know what was said before then. But it seems like the teacher was trying to have a dialogue with the guy, with the young brother, to try to maybe get a, what do you call it, a reaction, some kind of reaction from him, and it just backfired on him. It's just something that you just can't do. Does he think he's superior race or whatever? I mean, it just seemed like a throwed off ass conversation. But anyway, like I said, we don't know what was said before then that got them to that conversation, because even he was like, put your phones away so we can have this conversation. And they're like, nah, I didn't put my phones away, because he knew, you know what I'm saying? You can cut and splice stuff up and edit things and make it look a certain way. Now, I'm not condoning the white dude, nothing like that. I mean, I don't know what he was saying or why they said it, so I'm like neither here nor there when it comes to him. But my point is, you never know. Like I said, you don't know exactly what happened before. Because you see them, you see the girl, you know what I'm saying, about to attack her. So I guess she's at the window. The girl is naked. So something happened before then for them to get into it. And then this little, you know what I'm saying, this little, whatever it is, this little punk ass male, turns his camera on and starts recording. But because I want to know what led up to it, just like the family and everybody else wants to know what led up to that fight. What was so egregious that was done to where you had to beat this girl to an inch of her life, literally, and then you left her there on the ground, didn't call 911, call the hotel doctor, because like the story said, they get calls like that all the time because people do, drink too much, and you know what I'm saying, and they need somebody to get dehydrated, so they got like an own staff type doctor. But you know what you did, and you lied about it from the jump. But anyway, excuse me. That's pretty much all I want to say about this video, because I don't want to go. I can rant for a long time dealing with this, but prayers and wishes, not wishes, but sympathy out to the family. I saw the video from the father where he saying that he thinking the Most High is gonna give him closure and things, and he might get closure, that they're gonna solve this case, which they will. But then he's sitting there trying to hold back tears and talking about this is his only daughter, his only child, won't become a granddad, won't get to walk his child down the aisle, none of this stuff. All because some fake Pookies and Ray Rays was mad at her for some reason. And Feta was so mad they had to beat her, like I say, like a dog. I ain't seen dogs get beat that bad. True, tell you the truth, so I can't say beat her like a dog. Beat her worse than a dog. But no disrespect to the dad, no disrespect to the mom, but I don't think I could have got on camera and been that peaceful. Then again, I might have. You know what? I take that back. I think I would. I think I got on camera and been as peaceful as anybody could ever get. To where people be looking at me like, man, what's wrong with that dude? He too nice, he's too calm and cool about this. Oh yeah. Because once those cameras off, that's when things are gonna get real. Real talk. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. What you think about these updates, the police report, interesting finds. And like we find get something new every day about this story. But tell me what you think about it. Leave your comments below and share this video with the world. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.